I'm Laura Vitale. On this episode of Laura in the Kitchen, I'm going to show you how to make pasta primavera, which is pasta with spring vegetables. It's delicious, it's quick, it's vegetarian friendly, so let's go over the ingredients and get started. You're going to need some asparagus, some carrots, I've grated the carrot, some baby zucchini or regular zucchini, shallots, garlic, frozen defrosted peas, vegetable stock, some white wine, Parmigiano Reggiano, lemon, fresh parsley, fresh thyme, a little bit of course, flour to thicken this up, some olive oil, salt and pepper, and a pasta of your choice. I'm choosing to use some egg pappardelle, which is some egg pasta, the nice thick noodles, which I love. So, let's get started. The first thing you want to do is get a pot ready with some water and some salt. Bring that to a boil for your pasta. You always want to make sure your pasta water is well salted, otherwise the pasta is going to have no flavor. So why would we do that? In the skillet, I have a large skillet with high sides with about 2 tablespoons of olive oil in it. And to this, I'm going to add in my zucchini, my carrot, my shallots, and all over the place as well, because that's just apparently how I roll today. Put everything in here. You can use whatever spring vegetables are available to you in your country, wherever you live. Whatever's available right now, use that, because that's what this recipe is all about. It's just using any kind of vegetable that's available in the spring season. Season with salt and pepper, and cook those for about 5 to 7 minutes or until they begin to cook down. Veggies look great. Now to this, I'm going to add in a sprinkle of flour. This is going to help the sauce thicken and have nice consistency to wrap around each strand of noodle or whatever pasta you're using. I'm going to let this cook for about 30 seconds. I want the raw flour taste to cook out. I don't like that flour taste. If it's not fully cooked out, you can definitely detect it, and I don't like that. Just give it 30 seconds. It's plenty of time. Add some white wine. If you don't want to use white wine, just use a little bit more vegetable stock. That's all. But this does give a nice flavor to it. I'm going to let that cook for just a minute so the alcohol can cook out and it can reduce nice and get nice and thick. That's great. So now I'm going to add in some vegetable stock. And I'm adding vegetable stock for 2 things. 1, I want to keep this vegetarian, and 2, I want to highlight the flavors of the vegetables even more. So instead of adding chicken stock, I'm adding vegetable stock. This is just a great dish that kind of highlights the best the season has to offer as far as veggies are concerned. So now, crank the heat up to high, let this cook for between 7 to 8 minutes, and this is a perfect time for me to add the pasta to my boiling water, because this only takes about 8 minutes to cook, and then once that's cooked, we're going to put the whole thing together. That's looking fabulous. My pasta's been drained, and I put it back into the same hot pot just because it's bigger for me to toss everything together in. So now to this, we're going to add a few final touches. Our frozen peas that I've defrosted, they just need to be warmed through because they're already cooked. If you can get fresh peas, please use fresh peas. I can't find them. I just can't. The fresh chopped herbs. And then I'm going to use the zest and the juice of 1 small lemon. This lemon's actually pretty big, so I'm just going to use half of the zest. That's plenty. Get it from the back. Juice in. I'm going to just half of lemon in because this is really big. It's pretty juicy too. Perfect. Make sure you taste your, of course, your veggies and your sauce for seasoning. In case you need to just fix anything, you have the time to do it now. It smells so good. All right. Pour this right in. Oh, fabulous. Very excited to eat dinner, if I might say so. And then I'm going to grate in some Parmigiano, some good quality Parmesan cheese. If you can find the kind that's got the Parmigiano actually stamped on the rind, make sure whatever Parmesan you buy or you use, it comes from the refrigerated section of your supermarket and not the can aisle, because cheese should be refrigerated. So if you're buying it from the can aisle, I don't know what you're eating, because it certainly isn't good quality cheese in my opinion. Give this a really good toss. This just looks fantastic, doesn't it? And I love that 8 ounces of pasta will feed 4 people happily. Look at that. That's for only 8 ounces of pasta. But there's so much veggies going on. I'm really excited. I'm just going to put a little bit in here for me to taste before I serve it. Love the zucchini. Still have crunch to them, they still have texture, which is super important. You don't want them to be completely turned to mush. Let's give this a bite. I'm gonna just sit here for a second until this cools off. Yeah. It's so good. It tastes so fresh, so clean. Doesn't taste heavy at all, but it's very, very sweet. And that's because we used veggies that are in season. And I always say that because I mean it. When you cook with vegetables or fruit or anything that's in season, it tastes 1,000 times better. And it's cheaper. Remember that. It's very, very cheap if you buy within season. It's so good. Everyone's going to love it. If you're a meat eater or if you're vegetarian, this is going to satisfy you. No problem. I guarantee it. To get this recipe and others, go to www.laureandthekitchen.com. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.